Now, if we didn't have a market and we didn't have something to sell them and didn't have something basic, you can put all the Annas and everybody else in it in the world. It's not going to make any difference. You can't multiply zeros, okay? Anybody got any questions about anything I just said there?
I wasn't real clear on the target. Maybe this is what you were asking. Is the target now expanded to include model? Or is
No.
the target still
The people who
men?
buy this are adolescent men. They may be men, but they're still adolescents with these fantasies of guys kicking sand in their face. And all this is just another way to dramatize our newest bad guy. You know, maybe next month it'll be some anorexic guy who only weighs 37 pounds and has to be propped up or whatever, you know.
Yeah, you can read that had a promotion done with Benjamin's work.
Yep. And I've got all the results from the Suarez letter. I've got the piece, and I know which list pulled which, et cetera, the whole thing. Okay. Terry, you want to read what we've got so far? Yeah. Okay. When all of a sudden a question popped into my mind. Subhead. Subheads are upper and lower case and bold, and at about what point type, Terry? Oh, but okay, and what point type are we using the body copy? Okay, now we're going to do 12-point subhead, and we're going to bold it. And so we got to the question part, and I come up with this question. And here's the subhead. What club uses up more strokes than anything else? And it could be than any other club, but I'm going to use and anything else now because we're going to start racing a little bit, okay? New paragraph. So I did, yes. No. That's just a sub. Well, you could put it in quotes. In fact, it might be better. That's an interesting thing. The statistics show that if you put quotes in your headlines, it does better. If you put, and I don't know why I don't do that. I guess I forget. Okay. Yeah. So, comma, I did some research. And here's, yeah, you always. This is a new paragraph. New paragraph, so that means there's a line between it and a 5-space indentation. So, comma, I did some research. And here's what I found out, colon. On the average, tee shots amount to 17% of all strokes that you will ever use. Fairway shots account for another 7%. Approach shots fairway. Oh, by the way, these are bullets, and bullets are little dots. Okay. Yeah, these are all bullets. We indent 5 spaces. We put a round dot, and then we just write the sentence.
Let's pick it up with fairway.
Okay. Fairway shots account for 7% of all strokes, or whatever it is. Approach shots account for another 12%. Go back to copy. Space between the bullet. Going to write a paragraph. Indent 5 spaces. But, comma, guess what? The strokes you use up while putting account for a whopping 67% of your total score. Now, pause for a moment and reflect on the fact that I just made that up, obviously. But I didn't let my lack of knowing what the exact numbers are slow me down, nor should you, because before this is mailed, we'll get the right numbers. You know. Yeah. But what I mean is you understand that the thrust is there. So whatever the actual figure is, this is the thrust of it. Okay.
The only thing to emphasize is underline, italics, exclamation point.
Yeah, I probably would. I don't know what I would do yet, though. Why is this? Question. This is a new paragraph, new sentence. Why is this? Well, comma, until now, there has been a, quote, fatal flaw, unquote, built right into the design of every putter ever manufactured. Because of this flaw, no one, parentheses, not even the top pros, parentheses, have been able to rely 100%. No, that's a number. 100% side. 100% on, I'm groping here, on their putting game, on their putting accuracy. In fact, comma, until now, much of a golfer's putting score has been the result of nothing except sheer luck. Period. Remember the Masters tournament? This is a new paragraph. New paragraph, skip a line, indent 5. Remember the Masters tournament in 1993 when Ferdy Dittmar had a 7-stroke lead going into the final round? And then blew it by 3-putting 4 holes in a row? Question mark. By 3-putting. That'll be spell it out. THREE hyphen putting. How many holes did I say? 4. Let's make it 4. 4 holes in a row? Question mark. Same thing happened again at Pebble Beach just last year. When Edward Buckwheat missed an 8-inch putt, 8-inch uphill putt that cost him $350,000. Golfers, comma, even the best of them.
Still in the same paragraph?
Nah, it's a new paragraph. Ticky. Golfers, comma, even the best of them have had trouble with their putters. Shut up. Comma, ever since the game was invented. Subhead. Now at last, the problem is solved. Okay, Jeff, in physical appearance or construction, what's different about this club?
See, it's just the way it's weighted on the inside of the club. Somehow gets the ball hit above the center of gravity, so it rolls forward.
Did everybody hear what he said? Say it again so they hear. Pay attention here.
The way the club is weighted both sideways and up and down, when it strikes the ball, it's a 3-degree loft, so it gets just slightly off the green. And
I want to know what the difference in the club looks like. Does it look any different at all?
If you look at it, you couldn't tell.
You cannot tell the difference. And the difference is the way the club is weighted,
It's
right?
weighted on the inside.
It's weighted on the inside.
Does it feel different? Yes, it feels different when you swing it, but not when you look at it. It looks just like a blade.
So nobody would know, even your best friends.
Okay, now at last the problem has been solved. That's the subhead. I have invented. New paragraph. I have invented, quote, by accident, unquote, quote after accident, a brand new type of putter that is so reliable, I worry about the PGA making it illegal. Period. Same paragraph. When you look at this putter, it looks almost exactly like any other top of the line putter. And I don't like the putter twice. When you look at it, it looks it looks all what I say. What did I say? No. You see, the difference is not on the outside, dot, dot, dot. It's on the inside, ital, exclamation mark. It's on the inside is all ital. New paragraph. Space indent. Every putter in the world, except this one, is designed and weighted, and put weighted in quotes, so that no matter how skilled you are, it will often, quote, misfire, unquote, almost as though it had a brain of its own. Subhead. The fatal flaw. That's the subhead. The fatal flaw. Now, we're not going to write the next 2 or 3 paragraphs about the fatal flaw at this moment. But I want you to describe once again, I want you all to pay careful attention, the fatal flaw of most putters.
That there's 2 different kinds. The 99% of the putters loft the ball with a positive loft to get it off the green, but it's backspinning completely on impact, and then it therefore bounces while it's backspinning, and the bouncing and the friction to get it to move to overspin causes it to get side spin and offline and off distance and all other inaccuracy things. The other kind of putters are topspin putters, but they hit the ball with a negative loft, so it goes down into the ground and still bounces and still gets all offline. So they're either forward spinning and side spinning inaccurately or back spinning and side spinning inaccurately versus Vern's perfect putter.
And what's different about Vern's? Tell us again.
It's the only putter that has positive loft, so it gets up off the turf slightly upon impact, but it's in full overspin with no side spin, providing the most accurate conditions upon impact.
Okay. Now, under the subhead, the fatal flaw, I want you to draw little squiggly lines where words would be, and write blah, 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 squiggly, 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 blah, 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 squiggly, 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 blah, 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 squiggly, squiggly, blah, blah. Go. I mean, seriously, do that. Do that. Write your squigglies and your blah, blahs, and then throw in a couple et ceteras, et ceteras, et cetera, et ceteras. No that's. No that's. And then we'll go to another subhead after about 3 paragraphs of this stuff, okay? And the subhead is the amazing solution. Now, tell us again what the amazing... Wait, no, you don't have to tell us again. To tell us again. Here's how my putter is different. No, amazing solution is a subhead. Okay. And now we're in a new paragraph. Here's how my putter is different. Squiggly, squiggly, squiggly line. Blah, blah, blah. Etc., etc., etc. New paragraph. More blah, blah, blah. Squiggly, squiggly, squiggly line. Etc., etc. Yak, write this down. Yak, 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 yak. And so on. That's right.
And why doesn't he send a letter to all the pros saying, I've got a field that is so great, then we're going to have 5 pros try it out. And if you want to be one of those 5, get back to me right away.
Well, the reason that the pros aren't using it is because it's new. And I have no idea why he hasn't done that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be doing that.
Well, that's hopeless, because they get like 100 clubs a week.
Yeah. But right now, even though that might make sense, my objective is just to finish this letter, because, he probably should do this. He probably should go get Jack Nicklaus and have Nicklaus endorse it or whatever it is. But unfortunately, what he's got is right now is us creating this letter. Okay?
That's marketing, this is copyright.
Actually, what we're doing is a little bit of both, as you shall see, because I got some surprises for you. Okay. What did I say? What did I say, Terry? No. Okay. Oh, did I put, here's how my putter is different, and then I put yak, 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 yak. Okay. Then here's a new paragraph. What does all this mean? And then put in a vertical line, bullet, which is a dot, just put a dot, and below that put another dot. Put it, we indent them 5, don't we, with bullets, Terry?
5 more from the indentation of a new paragraph?
No, same indentation. But when on the bullet copy, if the bullet is more than 1 line, it does not come out to the left margin. It just comes out to under the first letter of the bullet. If you look at your example there, you see that it doesn't go there? I generally do skip lines, and sometimes when I write a lot of bullets, we will bold every other one so that they will stand out. Or if you're printing in color, you can print every other one in blue or something of that. And the idea is to make it look easy to read, to give it eye relief. Okay, then we're going to put bullet, bullet, bullet. And do you understand what's going to be in the bullets? We'll write 2 or 3 of them. We're not going to write them all. And look at John's bullets there on the second page. See all these little dots there? Sure.
way instead of writing it all the way across? Is there any special reason?
No, this is an ad. This is a magazine ad. It's formatted for a magazine ad. Oh, well, what this means is you will instantly reduce the number of greens that you three-putt, parens, or more, close parens, by at least 57%. You will instantly reduce the number of greens that you three-putt, take out that, you three-putt, parens or more, close parens, by at least 57%, exclamation mark. Well, we'll come back. We'll look at it in a draft. That's something that we'll look at in the draft.
Where's your or more? Is it 3-putt or more?
Yeah, in parentheses, the or more. You will laugh with delight every time you face a curving downhill putt. That would scare the daylights. And this is the way a man that age might talk. Scare the daylights out of any other golfer. New bullet. You will line up and hit your putts so much faster and more accurately you'll I don't like this too much, but we'll come back and fix it. You'll make your golfing partners crazy with curiosity. And so forth. Okay. I like you will in that particular case. I don't know. I'm making up some bullets now, and I'm going to give an assignment to people to fill in blanks later. But I'm just kind of giving you some ideas about how those bullets might go. Okay, now we're after the bullets. It took me 4.5 years of research, $155,000, and a near fatal accident to come up with the design of what people now call, I can't. I was going to say Burns' magic wand. Of what, is there a name of this thing?
Airborne overspin putter.
Yeah. Of what, of this new putter which is so unique. The U.S. government gave me a patent on it. Is that true?
No.
They did. I got that patent, same paragraph, on September 12th, 1995, and the patent number is 3509 WJ-463311. Was that your patent number? Right now, very few people know about this new putter. Period. But last month, about 3 weeks ago, I gave 12 of them I gave half a dozen of them to some of my closest friends. After using this new putter for 3 weeks, here's what they have to say. And then put, quote, yada, 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 blah, 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 quote. The yada, yada, yada? Yeah, it's like, how do we do those, Terry? No, see the way John did them? See the way John did them? Over on the left, do them like that. Okay? Yada. I think it's Y-A-H-T-A. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, see John's quotes here? Okay, you see those? Okay, make it, quote, yada, 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 et cetera, unquote. Now, you should actually squiggle this out. Then quote again. Yada, 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 et cetera, blah, blah, squiggle line, squiggle line. Yeah, just like John has it here, except it'll be in letter form. Now do that for about 7 times. And put that actually in there. And now we'll go back to writing. Are these golfers, are my friends better golfers than you? Question mark. Same paragraph. 2-word sentence. Probably not. Most of them, comma, until they used my new putter, comma, had never broken 100 in their entire golfing, their golfing career or whatever. In fact, we used in fact before. And put this in, and here's what's funny. Even though they all putt now better than top pros, they still look like spastics when they use their other clubs. Spastics. Spastics. And I don't like that word, so we'll change it to something on an edit. But they still look like hackers. Still look like hackers when they use their other clubs. Probably. You know what? Let me address that question and some other questions here. These questions reflect a counterproductive mindset, and I'm only explaining this so that we can make it a productive mindset. Our job now is not to get this perfect. This is a draft. Our job is to get this done. And what you don't want to be thinking is about the nitpicking. You want to be thinking about the thrust of this. Because if we get the thrust of this right, we can go back and do fill in the details. I just came off a month of telephone consultation work with Sam Fishbein, who owns 5 furniture stores in Denver, Colorado. He has a 20-inch computer screen, and we sit there and work on the phone and write up to 2 complete ads a day. And when we're finished, he presses a button and they roll off my fax machine. But we have the same thing to sell every time. It's good furniture at good prices. But we dramatize it, so we put in, okay, and here's where Sam and I'll say, okay, here goes here, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you don't want to get stuck on this, not now. You don't want to stop the flow of what's going on right now. You don't want to be critical. If you want to learn to write creatively and really do it well, you've got to get rid of that censor inside your head for this part of it. You need that censor and you need that nitpicking, but what it is, it's out of sequence. Not now is what I'm saying. Not now, okay? What's the last thing I said, Terry? Listen, colon. Yeah. Actually, make it a new paragraph. Listen, colon. I make no claims about changing the entire game of golf. I still haven't figured out a way to improve drivers, irons, wedges, and so forth. Period. All I have come up with is an incredible new putter that I can guarantee will take 57%. No, will take a dramatic number of strokes off that part of your game. New paragraph. But let me tell you, comma, taking 50% of the strokes you use to put out a green off your scorecard will make a bigger improvement in your golf score, parentheses, and make that improvement faster, underline faster, close parentheses. Huh? Okay. Than anything else you can do. New paragraph. It's a lot of work, isn't it? My friends have tried to stop me from, quote, going public, quote, with my new putter, period. But I don't care. This is the best damn thing I've ever come up with. And I want the world to know about it. While I'm still around to enjoy the compliments. Subhead, the compliments. Subhead, here's how you can get one. I've got, here's how you can get one as a subhead, right? Okay, and then put, but hey, comma. Yeah, new paragraph. But hey, comma. Before I go on, let me explain something to you in advance so you don't have a heart attack when you find out how much you have to pay to get one of these babies. The material this putter is made out of okay, and write is, squiggly, 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 blah, 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 blah. Yeah. For each one that is manufactured, I have to use the fetuses of unborn albino raccoons. Of 13 albino raccoons. What did I say? Raccoons. Unborn. Almost all fetuses are unborn, aren't they? Yeah, that's okay. No one will catch that when they read. Unborn albino raccoons to get enough material to just make one of these clubs. Not only that, comma, the machine I used to make them had to be designed from the ground up in order to accommodate the unique combination of resin, albino raccoon fetuses, and baboon navel lint that must be used in the creation of each of these putters. Okay, now, for anyone who is at all confused, and I know we're all getting a little tired, the reason I have you write out that, if I were working with Sam Fishbein, this would put, and the validation goes here. So he's got to supply that. It's probably going to be something other than albino raccoon fetuses, but, you plug that in. Blank.
Price validation?
Yes, that's exactly what this is. It's price validation. Therefore, this is a new paragraph, yeah. Therefore, there's no way I can sell one of these for less than, what are we selling them for? $397. Period. I know that's a lot of money. No. Same paragraph. I know that's a lot of money, and I don't blame you if it's more than you're willing to pay. Period. In truth, probably the only people who will be willing to buy my new, quote, magic putter, unquote, are those %15 of golfers who are so serious about the game they will be willing to shell out this kind of money. New paragraph. Money. New paragraph. That's the bad news. Period. However, the good news, underline good, is subhead. My putter comes with the strongest guarantee ever offered in the history of golf. New paragraph. Here's the way it works, colon. Terry, do we have any copies of the way I closed the last thing we worked on? The free videos reveal, the one that Sam Fishbein and I did the double-page ad. Oh, I can do it anyway. Here's the way it works, colon. Go ahead and call 1-800 hyphen 000 hyphen 0000 and use one of your credit cards to order the putter. It will be shipped to you immediately by overnight priority Laser Express first class mail. Period. You'll have it within 24 hours of the time when you make that phone call. Period. But guess what? Even though you'll already have the putter, I won't process your credit card order for 60 days. Yep. Yes. Make that, Terry will make that a subhead. I won't process your order, your credit card order for 60 days. That means you can use the club, test it, show off in front of your friends, and actually play 30 to 40 rounds of golf with it with no risk, with no financial risk whatsoever. If during that 90-day period, so nitpick. If during that 60-day period, if you decide you don't want to keep this unbelievable new putter, just send it back to me and your credit card order will never, underline never, be processed. New paragraph. If you prefer, you can use a check. If you prefer, you can order by mail. Period. All you have to do is write your name and address and the words, what's this thing called? Airborne overspin putter. Write that down with a capital A, capital O, capital P, quote, airborne overspin putter, unquote, on a piece of paper and send it with your check for $397. Yes. I don't want to put check or money order. She's right. With your check or money order to and then you line this up in the middle in bold. Mother Teresa's Golf Company, 1209 Vatican Drive, Massillon, Ohio, 44646. Checks and money orders should be made out to, quote, MTGC, unquote, and it is not a good idea to send cash. Sincerely, Vernon, what's his name? Vern Stevenson. Oh, very good point. We'll get to that. Put sincerely Vern Stevens, and then put Stevenson, whatever his name is, and then put P.S. If you decide to order by check, don't forget to post date it for 60 days ahead. That's it.
How do they post-date a money order?
I don't know. You can't. My experience is that actually, you could put check or money in there because it sounds so natural, but nobody ordering a $400 golf club is going to fill out a money order, I don't think. Now, we're not going to go much longer. Terry, Cynthia, could I get some water or something? But I do want to go over some things there. First thing I want to go over is arithmetic. What? Huh? No, I wanted it right away. Thank you. First thing we're going to do is, what's our primary concern here? What element of this? No. What do we say in the beginning? What's our primary concern? The arithmetic. Do you know how many names of golfers there are on the market? Hot list? There's a lot. Does anybody know? I actually don't know what it is, but let's say that there's 1.5 million or something, okay? 1,500,000 golfers. Mail order, yeah, mail, not golfers, but mail order buyers of golf shit. Okay? Now, we're going to mail 1,000 letters. We're going to mail one letter to one golfer. How much is it going to cost us? About. So we can think about it, right? So since we are now learning and talking and thinking in cost per 1,000, how much is it going to cost us to mail 1,000 of these letters? $500. Okay. Now, I'm not very good at this. $500. All right. How much do the clubs cost? $397, right? What we're selling them for $397 in this example. What's it going to cost us to fill an order? $40. Okay, so let's make it. Somebody do the math. $397 minus 40.